Okay, hey guys, it's Esme here. So it is 6 o'clock in the morning, almost 7, and I'm on my way home from dropping my husband off at work. Like I told you guys, I recently quit my job. I did work with my husband, we worked in the same place, but I hurt my hand, so I quit. And I'm trying to look for a different job now. I just wanted to talk to you guys just for a little bit, just to keep myself up, and also because today is Tuesday, and that's my day of posting up a video. Usually normal YouTubers record a few days before and then post up their video on the day they're supposed to, but I haven't really had time because of my kid, so yeah. And I've just been really busy, like looking up, like applying for jobs and stuff, and I've also been like on Craigslist. I've been on Craigslist trying to, trying to look for jobs on there as well, or like posting myself up as a babysitter, as a temporary babysitter. Yeah, like, I mean, if you guys know anybody in the Fayetteville area who need a babysitter, like for a night out, or I don't know, for well, not for spring break. Spring break's probably over already, but well, I don't really know. So like somebody temporary, like if you guys know anybody who need a temporary babysitter, let them know that that I'm babysitting temporarily in the Fayetteville area, Fayetteville, North Carolina, that is. And yeah, so, oh man, I actually, my husband drove to work and I slept in the back. So I actually just woke up and I'm trying to keep myself awake. And I just put the truck on auto drive, like, because I don't wanna do 3 things at a time. I don't wanna like hold my phone and steer and just like step on the gas. Because if I'm talking to you guys and stepping on the gas, I'm probably not gonna know how fast I'm going, because this truck is so smooth, you guys. It's so smooth that you don't even realize how fast you're going. Like, you don't feel it. Yeah, so here's the road. It's pretty dark out here, but since it's daylight savings time already, it's gonna start getting bright pretty soon. It starts getting bright like at around 7, and it's almost 7 o'clock. I don't know if you guys can see that, but that's at 6:43. So it is good. It's a good thing, because I hate driving in the dark. I hate it. I hate driving in the dark. Oh yeah. Oh man. So I really don't have any news or stories for you guys right now at the top of my head. So I'm just gonna let you guys go, and I will talk to you guys not when I get home, but after I get home, waking up, because I'm gonna go home and sleep. So I will see you guys later on in the day, and talk to you guys then, and see what story I have planned for you guys later on. I'm gonna think of something. So, alright, see you guys later. Hey guys, so I was with you guys this morning, dropping my husband off at work, and now I look a total mess because I just came back from walking on this beautiful day. It is hot as hell out there. It is so hot, but it was good because it's like the smell of spring is just so relaxing, so refreshing, and I have really been up and down on this journey of losing weight, you guys. Like, even when I was thinner, I think I've said this before, but I'm gonna say it again. Even when I was thinner, I was a sitting potato, you know, on the couch. Like, when I was younger and thinner, I used to think that I was fat before. Looking back at my pictures now, I was not fat. But when I was younger, I used to think I was fat, and I wanted to, you know, work out and stuff like that and lose weight, but it never really stuck to me. So even when I was thinner, like I've said over and over again, I've always been lazy. Always, always, always. And it's just a habit. Yeah, baby. It's just a habit that I'm going to have to get rid of if I really want to commit to this, because I'm tired of being fat. Like, look at this. I did not have this before. My arms are bigger. You know, I mean, my arms have always been, you know, big, like fat, but not like what I just showed you. My thighs grew during my freaking pregnancy because I guess all of that junk food that I ate went to my ass and my thighs. And because I had a baby, my stomach is like saggy now, and I really hate it. My husband says that he loves me the way I am, that I'm still beautiful to him and whatever, and that makes me really happy, you know, like from his part. But I have to love myself in order for him to love me, you know. He just hates how I downgrade myself, how I'm always putting myself down and stuff like that, and I don't blame him, you know. I don't blame him because he says the same things about himself, himself, I don't know, but anyway, he says the same things, that he's fat, that he's ugly, and believe it or not, ever since we started going out, there have always been women chasing after him, which makes me really mad because I'm jealous. But there's absolutely nothing to be jealous about or to get mad about because he has never cheated on me. And we've been together for almost 4 years. That doesn't mean he's not going to do it, but I trust and believe that he's not going to do it, you know? So, and he's like, well, I don't know, you know, I don't know why they like me. I don't know why they're chasing after me. Like, I'm ugly. I'm like, no, you're not. You are not. And you know it. You just don't want to admit it. And, yeah, so I told you guys earlier that I would come back to you guys with a story, you know, from my past. But right now, I look a total mess. So I want to, cool off, like, right now. And then shower up, and then when I come back, I am going to cut up a watermelon. You guys are going to watch me do that, cut up a watermelon, and eat it. And I will be talking to you guys while I'm eating a watermelon. So, yeah. And for that music in the background, my kid is watching Teen Titans. He's watching Teen Titans, so... Oh, and my car broke down during the weekend. I'm really about to cry right now because even though I don't use it, my husband uses it for work. That's our only car. So this morning and yesterday in the morning, I had to drive my husband to work in my dad's truck because of our car, because our car broke down, and I'm really upset about that. But there is this girl that my husband and I both met at work, and she is the sweetest thing, I swear. And she's trying to, you know, sell us a car, but at the same time we're trying to see
well, she offered to finance a car. You know, she was like, you guys look for a car, and I'll buy it for you guys, and then you guys can pay me off, you know, when you, like, however you guys can. And which is like the sweetest freaking thing in the whole world, because who do you know? Like, we don't even know her like that. Like, we just met her at work, and we've only known her for a few weeks. And you know, who's gonna do that for you? Who's gonna finance a car for you? Not even your best friend. Like, if your best friend had money, they probably wouldn't even finance a car for you. Like, that's crazy. So I'm really, really grateful, you know, that God put her in our way, because she is a gearhead. Besides sweet, she's a gearhead. So she is trying to look for a car for us, help us look for a car. 'Cause she has connections, so she's trying to help us look for a car that will benefit us, you know. She's trying to see, she's like, I'm gonna help you guys look for a car, and I'm gonna, you know, make sure that it's good, is running good, that it's good on miles, that it's good on gas, that it won't break down on you guys anytime soon, that it'll last you guys a while. And she also said, if we look for a car, if my husband and I look for a car, she will like ask us information about it, you know. Like, my husband and I have found a few cars, but she like, and she's like, how is it on miles, how is it on gas, does it run good, what about this, what about that? And my husband is like, damn, this girl knows more than I do. Like, she's just so good, and she is so sweet. So yeah, I cannot wait for that to happen. I can't wait. Because the car that we're getting is gonna be for me, and my husband is gonna try to get the Lincoln fixed back up, and because he's gonna keep that one. He's gonna keep the Lincoln. Also because that car just gives us way too many problems, and if I was driving it by myself, I wouldn't know what to do, and he would, you know. I'm definitely not a gearhead, and to be honest, I'm not a girly girl, no. But like, I'm not really interested in that, you know. Like, I don't mind getting my hands dirty, I don't mind learning about that stuff, but I'm not really gonna learn if I'm not interested in it. Like, I'm really not interested in learning anything about cars. I don't care about what's under the hood, I just care about what's on the outside, you know. Like, I mean, I am interested in like sound systems, and my husband thinks I'm not, because I'm always, you know, like nagging to him about his stuff, because he's always like, oh babe, I'm gonna get this for my car, I'm gonna get that for my car, I'm gonna get this, that, and I'm like, oh my god, like, you don't need that stuff, like, stop. Like, and then like, because I'm always nagging at him about that, he thinks that I don't like that stuff, but heck yeah, I do. Like, sound systems, touchscreen stereo, or colorful stereo, or you know, some nice rims, a nice paint job, whatever, you know. Like, I'm into that, and he thinks I'm not, but I am. So but yeah, anyway, this video is getting a little bit long. I think when I recorded this morning, it was like 5 minutes, and now it's 8 minutes. So I'm gonna wrap this up right now, go take a shower, and I will be back with you guys soon. Alright, you guys, sorry, excuse the noise in the background, it's my kid. So I'm back. Sorry for the lighting. I'm gonna switch my lighting in a minute anyway. I'm just gonna cut this watermelon. I'm back and showered up, and I feel fresh, I feel good. And I have my peeled cucumber. I had to peel it off camera because I had to use this big knife, and I didn't want you guys to witness like a big cut or something. Which I didn't cut myself, but you know, just in case I did, I didn't want you guys to witness that. So there's that, and here goes cutting the watermelon. I don't even know if I'm cutting this right, but I'm gonna eat it anyways, right? And it didn't even cut in half. Oh my god, I always do this, and this watermelon is small. Every time I try to cut it in half, I just cut a side off. That sucks. Oh well. The good thing is that this watermelon is seedless, so I don't have to worry about the seeds. Here's a piece of watermelon. Oh my god, you guys. Yeah, it's so good. Isn't that cute? Like little watermelons. I'm gonna cut another piece off here. There we go. That's better now. Alrighty. Man, you guys, I am ready to eat watermelon. So, oh wow, I spent like 2 minutes not talking. Great. Hold on, let me give my kid this, like, since he's not wearing a shirt, he doesn't want me to put a shirt on him. Jaden! Jay! Come here. Jaden. Look, baby. Cómetelo. So, I don't know if I told you guys that I used to have a stalker ex-boyfriend. I'm gonna look back at my other videos to see if I did tell you guys. I'm gonna tell you guys this story now. And if I did, I'll probably just record this video over again. Okay, so, gotta put that lime in there, you know. Mexicans need that limon in their fruits. I might put just a little teensy binsy salt in there, just for taste, for better taste. Okay, so let me tell you guys. So there's this Salvadorian kid that I dated when I was 15. He was, I think he was already 18 when I was dating him. I met him at the same club I met my husband. I met a lot of guys there. So I met him there with my godmother and my mom. My godmother knew him though, so she introduced me to him. And like from that moment, like he instantly fell in love with me. Like for him, it was literally love at first sight. So he asked me for my number that night. And you know, I was young, I was single, and I was like, all right, you know, let me give this kid my number, even though I wasn't really into his looks, because, you know, for me, when I like some... ¿Quieres otro, papi? When I like somebody, it's not just about the heart for me, because I mean, yeah, it is about, you know, what's on the inside, because obviously I want somebody that will treat me right. I don't want like a jerk, you know, but at the same time, like, I want a cute sweet guy, you know what I mean? Not like those ugly sweet guys that are in movies and, you know, like stereotyping, right? So you guys like my bow? That was unintentional. I was trying to make a bun. You want some more, baby? Hold on, you guys. Okay, so yeah, so I gave him my number, and we did kind of hit it off, you know. I did like him. Like I said, for me, it's about the looks, but I mean, he wasn't too ugly, but he wasn't like all that cute anyway either, you know. But he was a nice kid at first, You know, he looked innocent, and sweet and stuff like that. So then, like, the next day, literally the next day, no, not the next day, because I used to go to the club on Saturdays. On Monday, he hit me up, and I was in school, and he was asking me to be his girlfriend. I was like, dude, we just met like Saturday. He was like, I know, but you would make me the happiest guy in the world if you said yes, because you're so pretty, and I would be honored to have a beautiful girlfriend like you. And I was like, okay. I thought that was sweet, you know, so I said yes. And we dated for like about a month, because things escalated very quickly. He was a jealous boyfriend, and I didn't like that. And also, like, I was a young dude. Like, if I had a lot of guy friends. Like, I was not, like, if we weren't serious, I was not about to drop all my guy friends just for you. Like, if we weren't a serious relationship. You know, sometimes he would get mad if I went to hang out with my guy friends. And some of my guy friends were his guy friends, but I knew them longer than he did, or I thought I did, you know. And he got mad whenever I would hang out with them or talk to them on Facebook and stuff. And you know, he's like, whenever he would come and see me, like, I didn't really like kissing him, you guys, to be honest. Like, I was disgusted by him. He didn't know how to kiss. His lips were small as freak, dude. Like, he had no lips. Like, you see mine, my lips are not big, but they're not that small either. Like, he had no lips whatsoever. His mouth was so small, and it was just like disgusting. Like, I hated kissing him. So whenever he like kissed me or tried to kiss me, I don't know, I kind of like backed away, or I would, like, you know, like give him a little peck, like, and he would want to make out, and I just couldn't, you guys. I could not. And there were times where I would like want to walk away from him when we were talking, because I would get mad at him, because he would say like some stupid shit, and he would like grab my arm. And mind you, you guys, that when I was 15, I was small, and he was very skinny, like very, very skinny. Like, he was skinnier than me, but I was, you know, I was still small, and I'm a girl, you know, I'm sensitive. So he would grab my arm, and even though he was small as hell, you guys, he was strong. And he would like grip onto my arm, and I would be like so scared. I'd be like, that, I almost said his name. Sorry, I cannot say his name, you guys, because if he ever comes to see this one day, my bad. So anyway, I would yell out his name. I'd be like, hey dude, like, you're hurting me, like, let go of my arm. And he would just like smile, squeeze tighter, and then let go. And that would piss me off so bad. Okay, so let me jump to the actual creepy part. So, I was having a quinceanera, Sweet 15, for those of you who don't know any Spanish at all. I was having a quinceanera, and he was in it. He was gonna be in it, like one of the dancers in it with me. And even though he was my boyfriend, there was this other guy there that was, you know, pretty cool and sweet and stuff like that too. But that kid was a player. Like, he wanted with me, he wanted with my godmother and stuff like that, and I was just like, no. Anyway, he was like the, I don't know how to say in English, the the main dancer, like the one that was gonna dance with me the entire time, like the balls and whatever stuff. So so yeah, even though that other kid was my boyfriend, I had a different dancer, but he was still gonna, like, it's like a group of guys that dance with the quinceanera. So so like, the point being here, he was gonna be at my quinceanera. And anyway, like, they would come to my house for rehearsals and stuff like that, so that we could practice our dances that we were gonna do. And I broke up with him, which kind of wasn't a smart idea because it kind of messed both of us up, like, in my dances. Like, I'm a good dancer. I'm not trying to brag or anything, but I'm a good dancer, and in my practices I would do great. But after I broke up with him, even though I didn't feel anything for him, I felt bad for him. Excuse me. I felt bad for him because I broke up with him, because he looked so devastated. Like, whenever it was like our turn to dance with each other, I would like step on his feet accidentally and he would step on mine. We were just like, you know, it was just weird and awkward, and, you know, his emotions were mixed and mine were, they were mixed, but not like, do I love him? Oh, I do love him. No, not like that. Like, I feel bad for the kid, but at the same time I was happy to be single again. Like, I didn't want to be with him anymore. And so after that, after my Sweet 15, I kind of wanted to stop talking to him, and he would just like text me all the time and call me, and he would want to see me. He would be like, hey, I want to go to your house and see you. Can I go see you? Hey, I'm like near your house. Can I stop by and see you? And I would be like, no, like, I don't want to see you. Like, go away. And he would text me and he would be like, oh, well, I bought you this beautiful ring, and when I'm gonna have to throw it away because you don't want to see me. I'm like, okay, like, that's your money going to the trash, not mine. So if you want to throw it away, go ahead and throw it away. Like, that would be stupid. Like, you could have pawned it, you could have sold it, you could have just returned it. Like, if he did get a ring, I don't even know if he got all those presents. Like, he would text me saying, oh, I got you a ring, I got you a necklace, I got you that, I got you that. And he would be like, that's just my money going to waste. I'm like, well, that's your problem. I didn't ask you for that stuff. Like, you and I are over it and you're still buying me gifts. I don't want anything from you. I don't want to see you. And he would just get so upset with me. And then there was this one time that, like I said, I didn't want anything to do with him, so he hadn't been in my house since my quinceañera practices. So it had been a while that we were broken up and that he hadn't been in my house. I switched my room around, and one time I was in the living room with my mom, and like, I was watching a movie or something with my mom, a show or a soap opera. I used to love watching Mexican soap operas with my mom. But anyway, we were watching a soap opera, and he like texts me, and he's like, "Hey, go to your room." And I kind of lied to him, you know. I don't know why, but I was just like, I am in my room. He's like, no, you're not. You're in the living room with your mom. And I was like, how do you know that, kid? It was like 6, 7 o'clock. It was already pretty dark outside, so I was kind of creeped out. And I kind of like, you know, try not to make it noticeable for my mom, not to notice, but I kind of like turned around to see if like I could see him outside or anything, and I couldn't, which creeped me out, you guys. So he was like, go to your room, I want to talk to you. And I was like, okay. I was like creeped out, so I just went to my room. And he called me. I went to my room, I went inside on my bed, and he called me. And he was like, hey, why did you move your bed to your window? Because, like, the way my room was positioned, my sister and I, we always like to move our room around. And I put my bed, like, we had this window and a beautiful view. It was in an apartment. This beautiful view of the pool, of the neighborhood pool. And there was, like, this little... like my like we lived on the bottom apartment because it was like an apartment downstairs and an apartment upstairs, but we lived on the bottom one. But my apartment was kind of high because we had like a laundromat under us, so it was kind of high, and it was like near some trees or whatever. And like I said, he hadn't been in my room, so he doesn't know what my room looks like. And when we were on the phone, he was like, "Hey, why'd you move your room around? Like, why'd you put your bed near your like where your window's at?" And I was like, "How do you know that?" And he's like, "Oh, I just know." Like, seriously, like, dude, how do you know that? Like, you haven't been in my house, and I literally like just moved my room around like not too long ago. And I kept looking out my window to see if I could see anything, if I could see him. I could not see anything, you guys. And there's like there's this light near the tree, so I was like trying to make out a shadow or something. There was nothing there, and I was like, how does this kid know? So yeah, so pretty much I was creeped out because he was a stalker. He knew where I was at, what I was doing, when I was doing it. I hated that, you guys. Like, I really did. And like, I think it was a little bit before he started stalking me. He did used to go to my house, but just at the doorstep. Like, my mom nor me let him in, but he would come and bring me roses, bring me like big vases of roses, you guys, like more than a dozen probably. And it was crazy. Like, he just kept coming to my house bringing me gifts. And there was this one time where he gave me a necklace. I don't remember if it was for my birthday or if it was after my birthday that he gave it to me, but I'm not gonna lie, I did wear it, but only because it was really pretty. I only wore it because it was really pretty, not because it came from him. And after a while, because I wore it a lot, and I don't know if it was real or if it was fake, but it didn't turn my neck green. So, but it could have been, you know, like one of those necklaces that doesn't turn your neck green. Anyway, I wore it a lot, and it broke one day, and I was like kind of upset about it because I really liked it. It was a really pretty necklace. And you know, I was just upset about the necklace broke. But anyway, yeah, so after he stalked me and everything, he stopped talking to me for a while. And then one of my best friends still kept in contact with one of the guys who was in my balls dance. She still kept in contact with him. She was like my best friend ever. Anyway, she kept in contact with that kid, and he told her one time, he was like, "Hey, yo, like, you remember Esme's ex-boyfriend?" She was like, "Yeah, like, why? What about him?" She told me that he was like, "Oh, well, he said that he was gonna, like, you know, like kill her, that if he couldn't have her, that nobody else would, and I was with him, and he had a gun, and he was like literally gonna go chase her down, but like I stopped him." And like when she told me that, I was so scared. I was like, dude, like I was scared for like a week or two, you know, like I was like always like trying to watch my back and stuff like that, like I was always trying to like watch my back and stuff for about 2 weeks. But then after I realized that he wasn't going to do anything, I just ignored it and moved on with my life. It was crazy though, guys. Like, I cannot believe, like, that was the first and only time I had a stalker, and it was really scary. And when I started dating him, I heard like a lot of bad stuff about him and his dad, like that they would steal from people, and they were just bad news, that they were crazy and all that stuff. And like after I broke up with him, Well, no, it was after I broke up with him that I started hearing that stuff, and I was like, well, I'm glad I have nothing to do with him now, because that would have been, like, he probably would have wanted me to do that stuff with him. Or all that stuff that he supposedly said he got from me, he probably stole it. But I don't care now. I've moved on, and I'm pretty sure he's moved on. We have our own lives now, and that's what counts, right? That's what matters. So yeah, so anyway, that was my stalker story. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. Yeah, please like, share, and subscribe. And I love you guys. I'm gonna finish my cucumber and probably add a little bit more watermelon. I have the watermelon right here with me. I cannot, like, this watermelon is so good. Anyway, yeah, I will check you guys back on Thursday, because today's Tuesday. Thursday. I'll probably make the video later on tonight or tomorrow. So I'm like, if I make the video tonight, I'm gonna be wearing the same thing, obviously. Like for you guys, I'll be wearing the same thing on Thursday, but it's tonight that I might record it, or tomorrow. Anyway, yeah, so I will see you guys back on Thursday. I love you guys, and for those of you who watch me and support me and are subscribed to me, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I am trying to reach at least 100 subscribers by the end of this year. I'm gonna work harder. I'm gonna work harder for you guys to post more videos and post more story times, because this YouTube channel is mostly supposed to be about my story times in the past. Yeah, I will do my best to keep you guys entertained. I love you, and thank you so much for the support.